Well, that didn't take long, did it? Just hours after President Obama met with Senator Bernie Sanders at the White House, the president is officially endorsing his former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. He gave the vote of confidence in a video on Clinton's website. And, well, yes, Twitter lit up, including the two presumptive nominees who started launching grenades. Donald Trump first tweeted, "Obama just endorsed crooked Hillary. He wants 4 more years of Obama, but nobody else does." To which Hillary replied, "Delete your account." I love it. I'm joined now by former Democratic governor from Kansas, Mark Parkinson, and former Republican governor and senator from New Hampshire, Judd Gregg. Let me begin with Mr. Parkinson. So now Hillary Clinton has the president's endorsement. Have you endorsed Hillary Clinton? Are you able to do that in your life outside of politics?
Well, I have. I'm a Democrat and was thrilled to be the governor of Kansas, and I'm a Hillary Clinton supporter.
Okay, so is this a good thing for Hillary Clinton? It's certainly the popularity of the president right now is running above 50%. But how much is this going to help her on the campaign trail?
Well, I think it helps because the first job a candidate has after a primary is to consolidate their own party. And both candidates have challenges. National polling out today shows that 25% of the members of each party aren't supporting their nominee. Obama coming out today and endorsing Hillary is really important because although his approval rating is, in the 55% range across the country, it's much higher than that among Democrats. And so his endorsement today, and I think the way he's handled the whole Sanders situation, will help bring the Sanders people along to Hillary over the next 4 or 5 months. All
right, let's go to the other side. Judd Gregg, thanks for joining us by phone. I understand there's a big old power blackout in New Hampshire or something like that. Maybe it's in sympathy for Bernie. I don't know. But listen, you initially were supporting Jeb Bush, and then you were with John Kasich. Have you yet decided to back Donald Trump?
No, I do think the jury's out here. The question is, he's now going to be head of one of the two major parties, and he's got to speak for more than just one element of the party. And he's got to speak for more than just the party. He's got to speak to the American people. And that means he's got to get more consistent, in my opinion, and more on the issues rather than on personalities. So I do think I want to see how this evolves and how he develops as our leader of our party.
And just to follow up, you say he has to speak to the people, but it's the people who have put him where he is right now. We started with 17 candidates. He's obviously touching a nerve, and he is appealing to people who are fed up with the establishment.
I don't think there's any question about that.
And can that anger be, put together in one coherent package that people like you can get behind, quite frankly, the one person left standing for the Republicans?
Well, I think that's... Yes, absolutely, that can happen, but it does require, there's a difference between being a candidate for president and being president, obviously. And he has clearly touched a very important nerve that resonates with the American people, which is their huge frustration with the government in Washington, which is legitimate. But now he has to start talking, I think, a little bit about how he's going to govern if he becomes president, and do it in terms which are substantive and policy directed versus in terms of personal attacks and things like comments about people's ethnicity.
Yeah, we hear that a lot. Let's go back to Mr. Parkinson. Bernie Sanders has run a remarkable campaign, and he's appealed to a lot of people. Can Hillary Clinton pick up the majority of those people who may see Hillary Clinton as just another Washington insider who's, more Wall Street friendly than she would like to let on?
Well, that's really the $64,000 question because, she's sitting there right now with 75% of Democrats supporting her. To win, she's got to get into the low 90s. I would point out, though, if you go back and look at history, 8 years ago when Barack Obama had beaten Hillary in the primaries, this exact time 8 years ago, 30% of the Clinton supporters were saying they would never support Obama. They were that bruised. And then over the course of the next 4 or 5 months, they slowly came back, and eventually he ended up with over 90% of Democrats. So I don't want to say it's easy or it will happen automatically. It has to be handled very carefully and with a lot of respect for Senator Sanders and his people. I think today was a big step in making it happen, and I do fully expect that she'll get to the general election and have the party united.
Very quickly, back to Governor Gregg. Can Donald Trump, an unleashed Donald Trump, still beat Hillary Clinton?
Oh, I think absolutely. I think Senator Clinton, Secretary Clinton, is probably the weakest candidate the Democrats have fielded in a long, long time. She has very significant issues, and the party itself, in my opinion, has significant issues. You know, Mark is sort of a disappearing breed in the Democratic Party, and he's a rational centrist. The party's lurching to the left. They almost nominated a socialist, and they've moved very close to the socialist agenda that he proposes, and Hillary has adopted a large part of it. So I think they've moved out of the mainstream of American political thought and certainly public policy on economic policy. So I do think she's very beatable, and I just think we have to have Donald Trump speak more substantively on issues for that to happen.
All right. We shall see. We are out of time. Thank you so much, former governors Mark Parkinson and Judd Gregg. We really appreciate it.